Greetings all, this is Justinian the Great. Welcome back to my Let's Play of Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus. I have with me again, Sam the Car Guy.
Peanut?
No Peanut. Instead, Murray does a split.
That looks painful. He doesn't want you to know it's painful. But you watch his eyes, and he shows pain.
Yep.
Cutscene time!
It had been a while since I'd been back in the U.S. Next up, the notorious mugshot. Ruthless muscle of the fiendish five. What he lacked in brains, he definitely made up for in brawn. Turns out he wasn't always that way. He grew up as the run of the litter. A neighborhood weakling. The only friends he could turn to were usually found on the big screen. It was there that he spotted his first gangster, and he knew instantly that's what he wanted to be. He spent the rest of his youth working real hard to get there, fueled on his dreams of great power and respect. With enough perspiration, he realized that dream. He'd become a hard-boiled, street-brawling, tough-as-nails gangster, ensuring that he'd never be kicked on or pushed around again. So he's holed up in Mesa City, huh? I've always wanted to go to that thriving American boom town.
Watch me miss a painstakingly obvious set of clues.
Mugshot is probably one of my favorite villains' backstories.
Although I will say his start is probably one of the darkest I've seen.
I mean,
Like, that cutscene is probably one of the darkest, too.
it kind of is because, I mean, here's a kid that gets bullied, so he goes and watches the dog father.
Hey, Sly, I thought you said
Yeah.
Mesa City was
And
going
then
loud and busy.
he skips leg
This looks
day
more like a ghost
for
town.
10 years.
Where is everyone?
I don't know, but it's starting to give me
Did you
the
see those
creeps.
legs?
What do you say we take
Yeah.
All you have to do to beat Mugshot.
Besides, I want to
Take him
try
out
out
by
that
the
new
legs.
move I got from Raleigh's section of the Thievius Raccoonus.
I don't
The
know.
ninja spire
You've
jump?
seen the boss fight with
Do me a
him.
favor
You remember the
and
boss
read the
fight with him?
instructions again.
To
been
land
a while,
them
but
safely
I
upon
vaguely do.
diminutive points, leapeth lively and presseth the triggering
is
device with the round
one of
geometrical
it,
object
arguably
positioned upon it.
So
the second
try to
hardest
circle
boss
button
fight in
to
this
land
game.
on narrow spots.
That's
My
a rough
favorite part of Mugshot when
translation.
he shows up in the third game then.
Yes.
In the Black Baron's level as one of your competitors.
Yes. I love taking him out as Carmelita.
And then you have to insult him.
Yes.
And the only way to truly insult him is
Is
talk about his mother.
Yep. True Italian man.
True. Yes, indeed. I mean, he is the dog father.
Yeah.
I don't know if he'd be Dog Corleone or...
You still haven't seen those, right?
No, I have not. Okay, can we talk about the weirdness of what we just saw here?
The dog.
The dog was an actual dog.
Yes, I know. Unlike every other thing in this game, the dog was an actual dog.
And what is Mugshot?
A dog.
So, do we see a connection here as what's the issue?
I always thought that was strange too. Like, we have, an anthropomorphic dog. We're living in a world of anthropomorphic animals. And
Mhm.
we're in a dog world. We're doggy dog world.
It is definitely doggy dog.
Then you see this, and it's like, so...
And then there's
Where-
another one. Another
Where
dog.
does this make sense?
It's the same issue I have with Mickey Mouse.
Having a dog named Pluto.
And a friend named Goofy, who's a dog.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah.
I don't mind having a dog named Pluto. My problem is Goofy is a dog, And Pluto is a dog.
One is anthropomorphic and one actually acts like a dog.
It's the equivalent of Mickey owning Pluto as a dog, as his pet, which is essentially like saying, here's my pet, he's below me. And then here's Goofy, his best friend, who's the same creature as Pluto. That'd be like if you lived back in before the Civil War, when there was slavery was a big thing. It'd be like owning slaves and then having somebody who used to be a slave is also your best friend.
Pretty much, yes.
And inviting them over for tea and having the slaves wait on you and your ex-slave. And then like having the ex-slave having no problem with you still owning slaves. Like,
some of that actually happened.
Jenga. It's a good example.
Some of that actually happened.
Yeah. But it's like, that makes no sense.
Pretty much, yes.
Okay, that's less Sam rant. Okay, that was my Sam rant for the moment. And then, it's not just a dog, it's an idiot dog who doesn't know the lengths of his chain.
I still find it kind of funny.
Oh, it's very funny, but it makes no sense.
Oh, see if you can find the clue, miss.
The golden car. Why'd you not knock it off?
Can you knock them off? Yeah, I missed that safe of clues right there.
I didn't even see a safe of clues.
Yeah, it's hard to see, but I noticed it since I'm looking back at the footage. Knowing exactly where I missed.
I mean, oh, there it is.
Yeah, I knew exactly where it was.
You missed it twice.
I missed it like 3 times almost.
Okay, why are you going to the safe now?
Seeing if there are any clues by the safe.
Wouldn't that just go there afterward?
Missed 3.
3 times. You should learn how to like make the little screens up on your videos and put like a counter every time you miss it. 1, 2.
I should do that. I should put.
Me fail counter. 1. That. No. I go back to you. You don't get to have that win. You were clearly on that laser.
They're fine if you listen to Bentley. You're totally fine when they're blinking.
I mean, it's a laser. They always blink.
Yeah, I know, but still.
Never mind. I'm thinking of a light-emitting diode, not a laser.
Isn't that the same thing?
Not technically. I think it depends. I don't know. I don't remember how lasers work. It's been too long since I had that class.
And here I am seeing if I can get on top of the bus.
Yeah, that's always fun. And now you have to backtrack because...
Well, I would have had to backtrack anyway for the clues. I mean, for the safe, but...
But now you not only have to backtrack for the clue, for the safe,
but
also to figure out where you left your clues. And as we can clearly see, you're really confused as to where those bottles are.
Yes, until I see it staring me in the face.
You must have been so proud of yourself.
I was.
This is why you shouldn't stay up until 4 o'clock in the morning playing video games.
I was doing it specifically for this purpose.
To miss bottles and not know where to find them?
Alright.
Outstanding! You've uncovered Robin Cooper's patented...
This actually comes in handy if you ever learn how to use it.
Triangle button to toss your cap. Then use the triangle button again.
My biggest problem with that is you fill your hat.
It explodes. Where do you get a new hat from, right?
Exactly. He just pulls it out of his ass.
He pulls his hat out of his hat.
Sly Cooper is asshole buddies with his hats.
I mean, he pulls his hat out of his hat. That's legitimately... I mean, he pulls a hat off of his hat. That's what it legitimately looks like.
Well, it's not like you're gonna go throw one anytime soon, so we can't really see.
I am, actually. In this episode.
Oh, good. So you're gonna take a key to unlock a keyhole right next to the key. Good job, Mugshot. You're a brilliant man. Let's hide the key right next to the thing the key goes into. That's not secure at all. What he should have done was hide the key by the safe.
Mm-hmm.
And then make you find where the keyhole goes. I always did like the stylistic design of this level. This is probably one of my favorite ones.
This mugshot certainly isn't shy.
I would say, you know,
Okay, so
the
we
first
know he's here
level,
somewhere,
I mean,
but
it
how
was a
are
good
we
opening
supposed to
level,
find him?
but that's
Mason
really
City
it,
is a
you
better
know?
place.
Yeah.
Given that he's a bulldog,
The
it seems only
mugshot's
reasonable to assume
turf,
that he chose to live in a
awesome.
giant fire hydrant.
Looking back at it years later, awesome.
Sound logic,
It had good
Sly.
music, too.
Now you just need to find
Decent,
a way
yes.
to break into the building's base.
The,
Oh, I'm sure I'll think of
Ms.
something.
Ruby, amazing level design in every sense of the, in every way. You
That
know?
was always my favorite light flashlight card.
In this game,
Yes.
or in all games.
This one, because I really also enjoyed the Dimitri flashlight cards. I cannot speak. I haven't even had a alcohol today.
A alcohol.
A alcohol. For the fans you have that enjoy the show BoJack Horseman, they will understand that reference as well. And for those that don't know what BoJack Horseman is, it's the depressing horsey movie TV show.
By the way, I didn't actually do these levels, I just went to go look at them. Because I knew what one was one was the other one. One was the racing level, and the one down by, down on the other side, I was also trying to mine coins.
Oh, you're a mine coiner. Mine coiner?
Coin miner.
What? Okay, me. What is a mine coiner? Is that where you coin for mines? Jeez, I'm having a hard time. I think it might be time for a alcohol.
Murray's big.
Yeah. Okay, so that's where Murray probably does his racing, and
No, the other side at the dog track is where the
right.
Yeah, at Murray's Big Gamble is where you essentially have to defend them with a freaking turret. That's a big circle right there.
The car was always weird.
I do not. Well, this I did not mean to do. It was an accident that I actually stood on that plate. I mean, I meant to stand on that plate, but I didn't know it meant, you know.
Yeah, I love the walk that those flashlight guards have.
Yeah.
Like, it's so menacing. Who walks like that? Let me bounce and like take one step and then pause and not like move. It's like very rigid, very rigid.
Yes.
But it's enjoyable to watch. Like when I was young, I used to love to pretend I was the flashlight guards and walk like them. Like if I was playing like Sly Cooper with my friends, I would be the flashlight guards just so I could walk like an idiot.
Take a look at I showed the hat just now. We're about to see it again, and I couldn't figure out that was a lever. There was a lever there that I was supposed to hit.
Nice
By the way,
getting in, but look
check
out
out how
for
to
those
check
guards.
out how I take out these
Mugshot's
guards.
got those machine gun toting dogs
I was
hunting
very
like
creative
a
about
pack.
this. And next,
And just look at how they walk. Okay, he pulls it out of his backpack.
does he?
Yeah, so
Okay.
I just
so
saw
it makes more sense, I
Okay.
guess.
So he's not asshole buddies with his hat.
Take a look at this.
2 for 1, brah. Okay, first of all, I've got some physics issues with that. The guard was in front of the hat. He got blown back. So, my other problem with the flashlight guard is like, how blind are they?
If Sly can see perfectly, then what's these guys' problem?
Like, you just walk right next to him, in front of his face.
Yeah,
The man should have seen you.
but he doesn't.
His vision is limited to what he sees in a flashlight. It's blinking, you can stand on it now. It's weird that they use the same alarm system design through most of the game series. Like, even the alarms that you would have in Sly 2 were very similar to the ones that were here in Sly 1.
I mean, they don't have breakable alarms, but like in Sly 1, but still, yeah, I mean, the security technology didn't really advance any at all.
But I mean, some of the alarms were breakable, like throwing guards at the alarms.
Oh yeah,
That
With
would destroy
Murray.
'em. With Murray. And then there were the alarms in the third one that you have to drive over with the car. Or something. In the Panda King, speaking of another Team Dish 5 that makes reference in the third game, when you're driving the car through the where it was, so you have the car and you can't break the faces.
What's that?
You remember that part of the game?
What's that?
So you have to drive the RC car
Mm.
through the maze and not destroy.
Oh yes,
Certain
yes,
faces.
yes. I remember that. That was a pain in the ass.
And there was an alarm in there that you had to destroy. Well, if I remember right, it looks a lot like the alarms that you're destroying here.
It looks a little different. A little
Okay.
different.
It's been a while since I played through that one.
I'm playing through it now.
You must be at that location then.
I'm about to tackle that spot.
One of my favorite spots from that game were the zombie mantises.
Are you talking about the vampires?
Yes. That's what I meant was vampire.
Yeah, I always loved playing as the Panda King in that game.
Flame. Foo.
By the way, you could destroy Mugshot's legs there.
Nice. I love how his legs look like. You know, that guy looks a lot like the villain from Princess and the Frog.
Yeah, kind of, yeah. He does.
That was probably one of my favorite Disney villains.
I loved that movie, personally. I thought it was pretty good.
Of course, we also came from a land near the Nolans. So it makes sense that we enjoyed seeing heritage of Nolans.
My parents are from there, so, you know, it's like, you know, I'm not big into the Assassin's Creed series, you know? To me, it's always just like it's like Call of Duty, it's like the Call of Duty of open world games, you know? It's just like the most generic game you can get out there, you know? However, the one I actually own, the one Assassin's Creed that I actually own, is the one set in old New Orleans.
Of course, because it's New Orleans.
Yeah.
When you grow up around New Orleans, you're always a part of New Orleans. I'd say, why is his casino flooded?
And not only is it flooded, but there are, like, live wires going into the,
Clearly, the health inspector has not come to Mugshot's bar.
set off an alarm.
Yeah, but the good news is it's quite easy to get around it.
Yes. I think I set off a few of them throughout the course of this level. I set off 3 alarms throughout the course of that level.
And then, there's also a light that has fallen into the ground. Like, what happened in this casino?
Well, they ran out. I do know that if you listen to the dialogue, Mugshot and his goons ran off all the people,
Okay.
all the citizens, and it's like, maybe it wasn't such a good idea for business to run out all the citizens. No, dumbass, it wasn't.
Yeah, that makes more sense now. Okay, so I'm guessing he didn't own the casino.
I bet you this was for that thing I just got. Speed up the clock was specifically for the time trials.
Probably. Because, they have to do something. They know that the time trials are a pain in the ass.
Yeah, Crash gave you the Crash Dash, so this has to give you something, But the problem is, does the clock run faster for the time trials?
Who do you?
You'll have to jump in the other direction to try to land on the green
That was the
section.
that was the third alarm that I set off. And that was it for this episode. Now, for everybody out thank you for watching this. We really do appreciate it. Next time we will be tackling more of Mugshot's turf. But until then, we'll see you next time. This is Justinian the Great and
Sam the Car Guy saying, signing off.